Hello everyone, welcome. In this session, we will look at how Intersite Kubernetes Service simplifies Kubernetes operation and makes IT ops feel relaxed, and with application observability and security makes DevOps feel like superheroes. A quick look at Intersite. Intersite simplifies hybrid cloud deployment across any infrastructure, workload, or cloud. Intersite Kubernetes Service is part of Intersite platform and simplifies cloud-native deployment. Intersite Kubernetes Service, or IKS, is 100% upstream Kubernetes and is CNCF certified. IKS simplifies customers' lifecycle management of Kubernetes cluster on-prem and in public cloud. On-prem, IKS supports VMware and Cisco's Kubernetes-based hypervisor, Intersite Workload Engine, and coming soon bare metal and also public cloud. We see our customers deploying many flavors of Kubernetes, hence IKS will support adopted clusters to offer a single pane of glass and help with easy deployment of observability tools such as Cisco Service Mesh and security tools such as SecureCN across all these clusters. Let's look at IKS in action. Cisco Intersite, it is front-ended by an identity and access management system where you can decide what kind of role and role access you want to grant your users. For example, a developer, an operator, or a security personnel. Let's see how easy it is for an IT administrator to deploy and lifecycle manage a Kubernetes cluster. It's few simple steps. Customer can use UI, an open API, Terraform, Go SDK, or Python SDK. Many of our customers use Terraform. And to just walk through the simple steps, you can further bucket your Kubernetes cluster in a multi-tenant organization, supply few IP addresses as part of a cluster configuration, details about the master node, and where to deploy the master node. For example, on VMware, on Intersite Workload Engine, on bare metal, or on public cloud, and a similar detail for each of the worker node pool, and any add-ons that you would like us to add. In this case, I have added Cisco Service Mesh add-on, and that's it. Once the cluster is deployed, it is very easy to drill down and look at the status all the way to the server hardware. For example, if I go to my KubeCon cluster, I can look at the status of my KubeCon cluster and then drill down into each of the virtual machines which make up the KubeCon cluster, and then look at the fact that it has been deployed on VMware. And now within the VMware, I can look at the status of my host server and see how it is doing. Upgrade management is pretty straightforward. We independently manage the upgrade for add-ons. You can define your install strategy and upgrade strategy for each add-on. And if you wanted to change the Kubernetes version of each of your node pools, simply go to your configuration and change the version in your node pools. Next, an operator starts deploying applications on their Kubernetes cluster. You can head over to our Intersite Workload Optimizer to look at the view of application down to the virtual machine, down all the way into the hardware. This gives an idea of where the fault may lie. For further digging of the fault, we will have to install something like Cisco Service Mesh Manager. Additionally, one more thing which you can do with the optimizer is you can do a more intelligent auto scaling based on analytics rather than just a trigger. So for example, with Workload Optimizer, you can say that I want to trigger an auto scaling only if the CPU exceeds consistently over a certain threshold for a 30-day period. Now that we have looked at Intersight Workload Optimizer for enhanced application visibility all the way from containers down to the hardware and intelligent auto-scaling, let's look at Cisco Service Mesh Manager. A quick introduction to Service Mesh. Let's say your application is split into 3 components, a front-end microservice, some business logic, and a back-end, and you want to inject secure connectivity, debugging, and tracing capabilities. Istio Service Mesh offers a simple way of injecting this as a sidecar container in each of your microservice. Cisco Service Mesh is a managed Istio offering that simplifies Istio lifecycle management and augments the upstream Istio with observability toolbox, multi-cluster topology, and canary rollouts. Install SMM on one of my clusters, and as you can see, there is a simplified view rather than managing multiple UIs such as Prometheus, Grafana, Kiali, and Istio. Additionally, our view shows HTTP, gRPC, and other commonly used protocols from our customer, and we are constantly adding new protocols. You can look at request per second, latency, or security enabled across each of the layers of the application. I have added another cluster into my service mesh and split my movie review and booking application across the 2 clusters. I can add traffic management by capabilities by simply clicking on the service and either changing the current capability, for example, the movie reviews split evenly across the three pods, to adding additional capabilities such as retries, timeouts, fault injection. I can add a circuit breaker, change the TLS policies, check out the health, and all the CPU, memory, request per second, and other statistics. In addition, I can add service level objectives, look at the current burn rate, error budget consumed, and set alerts. I can go deeper at any level and check out the YAML spec, look at matrix tracing or log, generate HTTP traffic tab to easily debug application, and start streaming, and can look at the detailed analysis of my traffic tab. The similar capability also exists for gateways, where I can configure both the ingress and the egress gateway and apply policies which are associated with that gateway. Let's see how you can enhance your security by applying it at earliest point possible by shifting left using SecureCN. SecureCN allows you to analyze API risk and apply policies right in your IDE during application development time, and scan vulnerabilities at the CI phase, and continue the API risk assessment and image vulnerability scanning into the runtime. Let's look at SecureCN in action. I have installed SecureCN plugin in my Visual Studio and can now analyze risk and enforce policies right during the application development phase. For example, for this fake PayPal.com API, I can look at the methods on which the risk is applicable, how the risk was detected, for example, during the analysis of the Open API spec, or during runtime, or with any DNS or networking issues, and all the API endpoints applicable. Similarly, I can analyze the image vulnerabilities when I'm pushing my images into the CI pipeline. I can look at the CI app development view and runtime view directly from the dashboard, either by going here and looking at the MyTire attack vector, or coming to the runtime and looking at the image vulnerability and look at where the risks are coming from by going into each of these sections and looking at, for example, security context, runtime, etc. And then API spec to look at the similar view which we looked at in the IDE. Thank you for watching this presentation. Take care. Have a nice day.